As per usual, following a mass shootings, Republicans will do whatever it takes to blame whatever it is that isn't a gun in the United States. Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, has come out following the mass shooting that took place at a 4th of July parade in Illinois on Monday, which, by the way, was not the only mass shooting that happened in the country on Monday. At least one other 4th of July event was interrupted by a mass shooter. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is focusing on Highland, and here is what she had to say in a series of tweets about that particular incident. Is this going to be another story where some crazy manifesto will be found? Are we going to be told every weapon of war and amount of ammo he bought, yet the public won't be told his prescription drug history or recreational drug history? When are we going to have an honest conversation about the drug abuse, the mental illness, and SSRIs and deadly side effects? SSRIs, of course, are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, commonly found in modern antidepressants. What was he on? Drug history, prescription drug history, mental health history, school records, arrest records. How many times he talked with LE, law enforcement, or FBI. Everything! Is everyone too afraid to talk about side effects? She spelled two T-O instead of T-O-O. Are we really going to keep pretending or covering for Big Pharma? Because I'm absolutely done with the political plays on this BS. Now, here's the thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, is pretty much the right-winger who originated, "That's a violation of my HIPAA rights," when asked if she was vaccinated. Then, of course, you saw all these other morons across the country, when people asked if you were vaccinated, say, "That's a violation of my HIPAA rights." And yet here she is saying we need to violate this alleged shooter's HIPAA rights by just straight up releasing his prescription drug history to the public. Because maybe he was on an antidepressant, and maybe that antidepressant is somehow linked to homicidal thoughts. Now, here's where things do get a little bit interesting. There have been instances in the past where certain antidepressant medications have led people to violence. And I think that is what Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, is attempting to reference here. Problem that Marjorie Taylor Greene has is that the violence carried out at that parade is not the same kind of violence that has been linked to antidepressants. Most of that violence is self-harm. That is unfortunately, with some older antidepressant medications, I believe many of them have been taken off the market, that was actually a fairly common side effect, was people engaging in self-harm. So she's not only misconstrued the issue, but more importantly, she's blaming everything other than guns. You know, I've said this time and time again, and unfortunately I've said it, I feel like, a million times because we've had a million of these events. There's only one common denominator in mass shootings in the United States. It's guns. And of course, she wants to blame something other than guns and of course something other than politics, because this kid, this individual, I shouldn't call him a kid. I've been, chastised for that in the past. He's a grown adult responsible for his own actions. He does have pictures of himself posing with Trump flags. There's one of him that looks like it's at some kind of like pro-Trump parade. His father was a Trump supporter. So yeah, she doesn't want people to focus on that or on those pictures. So she actually tweeted out a very obviously photoshopped picture of him reading a Bible. But all that aside, it's not just Trump supporters. It's not just racists. It's not just whatever. The only common denominator with every shooting is guns. That's the only thing. That is the only thing. And that, of course, is the big thing that needs to be addressed. Now, we did, of course, recently get legislation from the Biden administration. Hopefully that does something. I mean, the legislation did not go nearly as far as it should have, but it's the best we got. And that's a sad statement in and of itself. But as long as we have politicians like Marjorie Taylor Greene who refuse to blame the easy access to firearms that we have here in this country, then we will never make progress on this issue. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.